Now I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this video right here, but I wanted to talk a little bit about digital distribution and why I think it's bad. And it has its place, but it doesn't need to be pushed as much as what it is, and people don't need to be as accepting of it as they are. And that goes on with mainly my thoughts on ISPs and several other things, but I want to go with the digital distribution providers as it is. Take like your PlayStation 3 and your Xbox 360, your Steam, and we're going to go with the consoles here first. But what's going to happen when these services are shut down for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360? Are they going to provide some kind of means for you to have access to all that stuff you purchase digitally, whether it be like your DLCs for the games you own, little indie games you had purchased, or whatever it may be? Some of it, yeah, they may, but I think a lot of it, you're just going to be shit out of luck. You're going to have lost what you put in, and it's going to really suck. But it is what it is, and there's not going to be a lot that we can do about it when it comes to happen, because too many people have been pushing digital distribution, and this is just how it's going to be. And another thing is, when I bring up like Steam, what were to ever happen if Steam were to go down? I don't know about y'all, but I got about 200 games in my Steam library, and if my Steam ever went down, that would that would really suck. And it's not only Steam, you got to think about Origin, which Origin sucks, but if you notice here lately, EA hasn't been putting many of their games on Steam. They've been pushing their own little crappy fucking platform that we all hate, because we all hate EA as it is to begin with, but some of their games are worth purchasing. And the other thing I wanted to bring up is your internet service providers. Now, we're not seeing it a whole lot yet, but I bet in the future, with the loss of subs on cable companies, and that's who your biggest internet providers are out there, are cable companies. And since they're losing the amount of subscriptions they are on cable television services to groups like Netflix and Hulu Plus and Amazon Prime and all that, they're going to find ways to capitalize and recover that section of lost revenue that they're getting from losing TV subs and everything else. And how I think they're going to do that is they're going to catch on to the digital distribution. They're going to create some just really fucking crazy ass plans, and they're going to nickel and dime us to death over that. And that's how they're going to recover their lost revenue. So in my opinion, we should all probably just go ahead and call our internet service providers and let them know if we like KY with our pounding, or if we want it hard, dry, and rough. But that's another story. Now, take like Comcast and AT&T, for example. In today's market, I mean, everyone I know pretty much has a computer. That's, not grandparent, great-grandparent age. It's not in like their... I mean, even most people I know in their 60s have a computer. And I know a lot of people who are in their 60s and everything, who are gamers. And they watch movies on tablets and do all other kinds of crazy stuff that you wouldn't expect people in that age range to do. But let's take Comcast and like AT&T, and there are a couple other groups who have put out statistics here recently that state that their average customer data usage is around 17 gigabytes per month. Now, I think what would be the best thing is if they would release that technology they use to create that time machine, go back in time, get their statistics, and bring it back forth to this present day. I think they could make a lot more money if they release that info, because I don't know where the hell they're at. I think they've lost their fucking minds, because I don't know about y'all, but I could easily, if I wanted to, and without even trying, use up 17 gigs in one day. And for them to get these crazy statistics out there stating that their average customer usage is 17 gigs per month, seriously? What the fuck? Go suck a donkey ball. I don't know where the hell they're getting that shit from, but that's one thing that I'm talking about. They're going to use this as an excuse to, I think in the future, just really jack up the prices on their internet services, and it's not going to be pretty. I mean, most of us already hate mobile data plans and stuff. Just think when your residential data turns into something similar to some jacked up mutated form of a mobile data plan. It's really going to be out there when that happens. And I really hope it doesn't happen, but I think it will in the future. I mean, Comcast has already started in this, I think, in my opinion, in a way, and that is, Comcast used to have a 250 gig cap. And after that, you'd get a warning letter, which I'd gotten several myself. And now they've changed and released that cap, or not released it. They've changed the cap to 300, and for the greater majority of the new plans that they have. And then they got some plans that go over 300, which are like the Blast and Extreme plans, which aren't even available to me here in my area. Those plans are just, Pikkon, you want the Blast or the Extreme 50 or the Extreme 105? Guess what? Fuck you. You're just shit out of luck. There's nothing we can do for you on that because we don't offer it to you. So go screw yourself. But yeah, and then after you go over your cap, they want to charge you, I think Comcast has it set up for $10 per 50 gig. And that goes into saying, a lot of people are going to bitch and be like, Pike, 300 gigs is a lot. 300 gigs was a lot 5 years ago. And today, in the world we live in today, it's not really that much. With smartphones and TVs and all that crap, everything you got's fucking almost dependable on the internet anymore. And that's where it's going to come down. I mean, the ISPs, I think, in the future are going to capitalize on digital distribution. They're going to figure out ways to nickel and dime people. They're going to figure out how to recover from their cable subscription losses and everything else. And everyone wanting this digital distribution and wanting that to be the way of the future, that's going to be the reason why it happens. But I wanted to hear and see what your thoughts are on this, excuse me. So if you could just, leave a comment below with what you think about digital distribution, the plans and rates, setups that your ISP has in place. I don't know much about the European countries out there as far as their internet service providers go. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time.